Okay, so guys, everything has been framed. Just going to put that there. So I did the tip, has a black frame, just a normal one has a black frame, and the Stadilato has a black frame, and then these two aren't going to have the black frame. And one of them I actually will, I've been thinking about it, I'm going to make the black nail. So let's start off with, we're going to do the white. So this is that white glitter. It's iridescent purple, iridescent green, rainbow shifting, squares and everything in that, and fine glitters. This is my white Mylar, if I can get it open. Okay, so white Mylar. So I need that all ready to go. Just grab my hand. Now, to encapsulate, I have anodized crystal clear. Why I use crystal clear is it's their competition grade clear. Thank you. I've just got a little funnel, and I'm just sucking up some of my monomer because I don't want a lot of this and I don't want to waste it. I'm going to shake. I might move that out of the way and put this here so you guys can see. So I've left space at the top. I'm going to shape my polish. I just rolled it. I don't want bubbles in it. I'll do it this way. And I'm going to pour about that much polish in it. Oh wait now. I'm going to grab an orange stick and I'm going to give it a stir. I'm going to see if I'm happy with that, and I'm not. I want it a little bit more pigmented. So I'm going to add a little bit more polish. And that's it. The more pigment and the more polish you put in, it's not going to hurt your monomer. It's not going to affect the way your nails set. It's better. Alright, so I don't know whether the camera will pick that, but you can see the gold and that in it. I'm going to put that up there for the time being because I'm not quite ready for it. That's what I was looking for. I'm going to grab my nail. I'm going to grab my normal monomer. Now wipe my brush halfway down, turn it, and with the soap that I didn't wipe up, I'm going to pick up acrylic and the glitter that this glitter I've already put acrylic in, and I'm going to place it in that frame that I made. I think this is going to look really, really pretty. And make sure, like if you framed it in the black, you get right up into all your little corners and your edges so your nail doesn't fall apart. You don't want this too thick at all, but you want full coverage, and you don't want it too fine. It doesn't matter if the glitter goes a little bit into the black, as you can see. While it's still wet, I'm going to attach some of my Mylar. And if it starts to, as it has dried up a little bit, I'm just going to get a fine little bit more of that glitter and just dot it and grab while it's still wet Mylar and stick it on there. So you pretty much want that whole top of that glitter, and you will have spaces where it's not, but as much as possible covered. I've thought about adding it to the glitter, I've tried it, I don't get the same effect. Once you've finished with that, like if you were doing all 10 nails, you'd keep going, which I am, but I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get my coloured monomer that I've coloured with the nail polish and my clear glitter. I'll just give it another brief stir. I'm going to put my brush in the monomer and then in the clear acrylic, and I'm going to start to encapsulate my nail and even over the black in this monomer. Now the only thing I'm not going to encapsulate is the nail bed itself. All I'm doing is covering the glitter on the free edge. Now this is going to look amazing when it's filed and so I'm just going to get a little bit more. Sorry about the head if it was in the way. And just put some up here and make sure, you want to make sure that it's all covered. Like I can see this tip's not covered as much as I'd like it to be. I must have picked that off of my towel before. Now, you don't have to re-encapsulate this. I'm going to wipe my brush. I'm going to clean my brush out in my other monomer, my plain monomer. And I'm going to move my coloured monomer away. Can you store that monomer with the nail polish in? No. I wouldn't even try if it was me personally. I haven't. I don't see any reason why the nail polish shouldn't dry because of the liquid monomer if it was in a sealed bottle, but I certainly haven't had any interest in doing so. If you are doing a full set of nails, you're not worrying about the waste. I'm doing different nails, so yes, there's a little bit of waste. If I hadn't have had the request to do it, I've already played with it. I'm happy with the results that I got when I did, so yeah. So I'm just building up where I think it needed to, cleaning it up. And I'm going to let that set up a bit, give it a bit of a pinch, and it'll be right for filing. So I'm going to clean out my brush. Now you can put tiny amounts of monomer, like this monomer now has picked up some of the shine from that one. I'm not overly worried. Oops. So I'm just going to move quickly on to this one, and I'm going to suck up a little bit of monomer. And I am going to add my silver. Now you don't have to use a glitter black to frame. If you want to frame, you could use an ordinary black. I mean, the only musts are the Mylar and the glitter matching the colour that you're going to decide to use. So that's the silver monomer mixed up, and I didn't need very much of that at all. It actually looks like liquid mercury. It's a bit scary. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go because my silver Mylar isn't iridescent like my white was. Just going to pinch my stiletto. Yeah, it's not iridescent, so I really don't know how it's going to go. With that paper all together, it's fairly set. So like I was saying, underneath, I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but you can see the really, really, really nice glitter, and on top it's going to have a different sheen, and that's why I personally don't do that clear base, because I really want the glitter colour to pick up. So again, and I'll show you why I stir. This is really settled, and I will have to stir it again. So I'm going to put my brush in. Again, my silver has been mixed with the crystal clear. And I'm just going to shape it, catch it. Now, I do want to say, if you've made a boo-boo, like on this one, when I was doing the black frame, I haven't left the space I did in the other one that I could get my acrylic right up to the edge of the nail. So all I've done is put my glitter on top of that black where it hasn't met up. Okay, that's what happens when I get distracted. So I'm just going to put down my wet layer of that holographic silver, and I'm going to pick up my silver Mylar. Now I'm just going to put it willy-nilly over this nail, wipe off any excess. Happy with that. And you can see on this one there's coverage, but it's not totally, I hope, all over the nail. What did I do with my white Mylar? I hope I put the lid on it. Yep. And that's another important tip I'll give you girls. Take the time, you're not in that much of a hurry, to make sure when you've finished with something, you put the lid on it. You don't want to knock it. That's why I've got a placement down. While I'm doing this, I have knocked over colour pigment and stained white towels, and I was not happy. So I'm just going to give this a quick stir. Make sure it's all mixed. I'm going to grab and put it there. I need a new towel. And I'm going to pick up acrylic. Now, I will say that I'm glad I haven't overly pigmented the silver. You want to give it a glass effect at the end of it, and I think if I'd put much more polish in it, I wouldn't be able to, because you still want to look through down to the nail. So once you're happy with that, again, move your monomer, put your lid back on, go back to your clear, clean your brush out, and again, I like to pick up my clear and encapsulate the whole lot. That's why I said, guys, really thin, because you don't want thick nails. You know, I don't. You do not want to file away any of that coloured acrylic. So that's why I do it really, really fine. Okay guys, we're back. Now what I've done is the other nails, I've just put the glitter and the Mylar on top. So this is blue, this one here is pink, and this one here is black glitter with that dark black purpley glitter. So I will go through again with these, mixing these. Okay, so first one will encapsulate in this. So I've got my monomer here. I'm going to pour not a lot of that in because it is a very dark colour, and I still want to be able to see the colour, if you know what I mean, underneath the glitter and the mylar. And for that tiny couple of drops I put in there, that is dark as. So I've got my acrylic. My brush that I should have not put on my paper where it was wet. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure that's all mixed. Get the air bubbles out. Wipe my brush. Pick up some. Now I am only picking up small bead balls at a time. Just to show you, I can get way larger balls. I like to work, I mean my brush is an 8, an NSI 8. We don't use those really big brushes over here like you guys do. You know, there might be some home users that do, but over here an 8 or a 6 in the sides of the brush is what we use. So this is now encapsulated in that purple. I'll just turn it so you can see it. It's very pretty. And the mylar looks absolutely stunning. Actually, that'd be really pretty with those pewter shells. Really nice. Well, the other thing I was thinking is the iridescent hexes, you know, instead of the mylar. But that would be really good. Now, as we said, this one is the pink one, so I'm just going to give this purpley pink. And again, it's a fairly dark colour. What I do find is the darker colours I don't need as much polish, but this particular one I know that it's fairly, it's not jelly, but you sort of need 3 coats of it. But I am going to leave this one. I don't know if the camera's picking up just how light it is on the monomer, and I am going to leave it that light because I used a really, you can see there that on the acrylic that it's really pink, and that's what I want because the mylar that I used is I've got a dark pink and I've got a light pink, and I went for the fluorescent tea. It's not, yeah it is, I'd say it's fluorescent. It's a fluorescent pinky mylar, a very bright light pink mylar, whereas the other one's iridescent mylar, whereas the other one's really light. And these mylars that I'm actually using, if you want to know where I got them from, they're actually come from NSI, these particular ones. Now, if any of you are out there picking on my stilettos, We don't do stilettos over here. I've had one customer ever ask me, and I've got stiletto tips, and I mean, I know myself when I sit back and I see people using normal tips and they're cutting them and they look uneven on either side, and I know I sit there and judge and that myself, so I'm just saying I know my stilettos aren't perfect. Oops. This is the blue. Make sure you guys can see it. Again, this blue, while it looks really dark here, it's an electric blue, and it's not a very dark, like when you're painting it on someone's nails. That's a full coat of that one to get a really nice strong colour. Like if you want that colour that on that bottle or that sample, I'm telling you that is 4 coats. Very pretty with 2 and 3 coats, but if you want a really strong opaque colour, it's a 4 coater. So I'm just giving that a stir, and I will hold it up. See, really pretty like that. And I'm going to get my brush, and I'm going to encapsulate. And as you can see, now my clear acrylic is blue. And as you can see, this tip, I really am being very, very careful with this tip. I do not want this thick at all. And as I've said, you don't have to come along on top and encapsulate all of this in clear acrylic. I like to. But now you all know, or my subscribers all know, how to make your own nail art drops with nail polish and monomer. And these ones here I sort of filed. The first 2 I did and went through. There, it's totally set. There's no problems. So I'm going to finish encapsulating these in the acrylic. I will file them and I will come back and I will show you what they look like. See you soon. Okay guys, I'm back again. They've all been filed. I'm just going to give them a quick buff. Now, is this my absolute bestest work? No. This is just a tutorial to show you that you can mix your nail polishes with your acrylic instead of trying to spend lots of money on the liquid arts drops. And I think the best bet is that, like, I've got over 300 polishes. 90% of it is just OPI. And I've seen OPI's brought out coloured pop coats saying that you can, you know, change your polishes up again, but I think this gives your nail polishes another dimension. Can you do this with gel polishes? Well guys, I don't know, I haven't tried it. So go ahead, be my guest. Like I said, anything iridescent. So you could use iridescent hearts, squares, stars instead of the Mylar. I think it would work just as well. Your glitters, well, my white and my silver, did I put the bigger glitter dots in it? I did, as an experiment. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I haven't done it before. But, you know, that's it. What I want you to go and do is go and experiment. You tell me, what other things can you do with this? You know, I mean, there's a heap of stuff. I did this particular design because, like I said, it reminds me of a gemstone, the way the glitter and the mylar are picked up with the coloured monomer, and I think it looks pretty. I haven't tried the white. This is my glaze and go. We're about to find out what these are going to look like. So this is the white one, and oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love that. That'd look awesome without the black border. And as I said, I am going to put underneath, and at the end of the video what I'll do is I'll take some photos, because I don't know how well my camera is going to pick these up all said and done when they've it's a 90-second cure, but that black and that dark blacky purpley mylar and that really dark purple I used, oh, I like that. Mummy might have to do a set on herself. Not of the stilettos though. I do not get the hype in the stiletto nails. I did try stilettos once, and everybody told me I had claws. So I'm not doing stilettos. Oh, I like that pink too better than the original pink one I did. The brighter pink mylar and the light pink monomer. Can you see that? And then there's the original one I did, and that's the other one. So yeah, I prefer this one here, and I prefer it without the black around it personally myself. So you tell me. Now this is a silver. Oh, I know, Jen, you're going to love this. You love the bling. It is so holographic and pretty. It is not funny. Can you guys on camera pick that up? Yeah, I'm going to move them up a bit. No, it's too dark. I will definitely put photos of them. And last but not least, the blue. And that blue is exactly the same as this blue here that I did. On those other nails I actually used the rose from Organic Nails, and like I said, on this one, these ones, just stand over, I used the Diamond Dust from NSI and a Couple Pink from NSI. So they're going to go in the light now, because underneath all glazed, and the glitter underneath. It's just so different from the top. It looks really cool. So in the light it goes. 90 seconds. There goes the thin. So yeah, let me know. I want to see pictures if you guys try these. I really do. I want to see what you guys come up with, especially with your coloured monomers. Now that you know how to, if you didn't already know how to do it, now that you know how to do it with nail polishes. Just make sure I keep these orange sticks just especially for stirring them, and make sure you wash out your containers really well. I use soap and hot water. I pour out all the monomer and wipe out as much as I can with paper towel, and then I use a little light scourer. Actually, I've got wind on my hand from cleaning them out before. And yeah, I give them a good scrub out because you don't want any of this left in it. So they're done, they're out, and they look amazing. So I'll take some photos and I'll post them up with this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll take some photos of the other ones, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.